are we now? Can any of you tell? Here's a hint. It might be a little windy up here. All right. Look where we are. We're in the bell tower. How many of you have ever been up in the bell tower? Probably not many of you. It's pretty cool up here. So I wanted to be able to show you all the views. You know, behind me, right here, is downtown Midland. How beautiful is it? You can see over here, and then if you'll look over here, kind of heading more towards the north, you'll see the old, it's Doc Dotson Stadium. Used to be called Memorial Stadium. Now it's Doc Dotson Stadium. And in the far, you can see Claydesta out there. And then let's go ahead and look all the way north over here. You can see we're walking through the bell tower. And out there is to the north, nice and flat. We can get all the way up in there. Look, you can see the roof of our church. Looks a lot bigger when you're up here. And then, who knew? Look at that. Midland is covered in trees. We all talk about how we don't know what trees are out here in Midland and West Texas. Well, man, all I can see is trees from up here. It's beautiful. And then let's come over here and let's look west. Looky there, we've got our bus barn with our nice buses, and if you'll look over there, there's the good old activities building, my home away from home. And then we've got the hospital. And then here we are up here in the steeple. We can look up and see this awesome steeple. You know, this steeple has been looking over Midland since the early 50s. So I just thought it was so cool to come up here, and there again, I came up here one time when I was a kid, but here we are several years later and looking at the steeple again. So there's our where are they now? We're going to go ahead and get done with that, and let's move right into our devotional. So let's come over here and let's do our devotional. All right, so for our devotional today, it's titled Being Like Jesus, or Being Like Christ. And what we're reading from is from 1 John 3:17. So if you want to open your Bible, you can open up and read along with us. We're from 1 John 3:17. And it says, suppose someone has plenty and sees a brother or sister in need, but doesn't help them. Then God's love is not living in that person. There are a lot of poor and hungry people in this world. You know, with everywhere we just looked. We looked all over Midland, and there's hundreds of people that are poor and hungry just in where you looked just now. A lot of them live here in Midland. A lot of poor and hungry live throughout Texas or the United States or the world. And what God says is, God says, help them. Doesn't just say look at them or know about them. God says help them. Jesus said that the second most important command, second only to loving God, is to love others. If you love others, then when you see them hurting, you'll want to help them. Jesus certainly did. When he saw people who needed something, whether it was food or healing, he took care of the problem. So I want to encourage you to continue to look for people. You know, a lot of times through our giving, we help people. By you giving to this church, you saw the missions office over there. And through our benevolence, we help hundreds of people every single week that are hurting and that are poor. And through you giving through this church, we support organizations like Texas Baptist Men that feed the hungry on a daily basis throughout the state of Texas. And by you giving to this church, we help people all over the United States and all over the world. So continue to give, because God is using that. But in addition to that, I want to encourage us all to walk around with our eyes wide open, because God will put people in front of us that are hurting and that are poor, that are right in front of us that we ourselves can help. So make sure that you're walking around Midland, walking around places with your eyes wide open, so that if somebody comes across that is hurting or that is poor, that we can help them, because that's what Jesus wants us to do. He wants us to love him first, and he wants us to love others second. So we love you guys. Thanks for joining me up here in the steeple. Hope you have a great day. Where are we going to be next time? I don't know.